What we want to do next is once we have added the product in our database, let's perform CRUD operations on product. So first thing that we will do here is we will create a product controller. We can start from category controller. Let's copy and paste it one more time so that we'll have a rough skeleton that we did in category. So we'll call this as product controller. We'll copy this name and we'll paste it for the constructors in our product controller. First thing we have is the index action method for product. Here we want an IEnumerable of product, and for that we'll just retrieve _db.product. Now with product, if we take a look at right here, we also have the category object. So whenever we are displaying the product, let's say we want to display the category name. So for that we can go to product. In there we can go to category. .name should have the name of the category. But for that we need to load the category. One option to do that is we can have a for each loop and we can say variable obj in obj list. And here we can say obj dot. We have the category here and we can load this from database.category.first.default. This way we can find one entity that corresponds to the unit or to the condition that we write here. So we can say u.id is equal to obj.categoryid. So what this will do is it will iterate through all of the products that we have. In there for each object, it will load the category model based on this condition. Also make sure that this condition first.default is like a condition that says whatever condition that we pass here, if it retrieves 10 records based on this condition, get the first record of those 10 and assign it to the category object. We know that ID will not match for more than one, so it will always return one object. So that is one way of loading product and its related category. Let's keep it with this for now and we'll come back and change this with something more cleaner. So that way we have the list here and we'll pass this list to the index view and we'll display all of the products. As of now, we do not have any products. Before we get into adding a product, let me add this view. So we'll add the view, razor view. It won't be a partial. Let's add this. The index will look similar to what we have for category. So if we go to category index, I can just copy this, go back and paste it right here for product. Here the IEnumerable will be on product. We'll call this as product list and we have the create new product. Now we'll check for the model count. If it's greater than 0, what we want to display first is product name, and let me display price of the product. Right now these two will be sufficient, so we have the name. Next we want the price. Then we have the edit as well as delete. This time I want to do something new. What if you want to do the create as well as updating of product in a single view? That is also possible, but it depends on the scenario. We have done it separately for category and application type, but for product I want to show you in a single action method. So right here we do not need the controller name since the action methods will be in the same controller. Then we need the action name. Rather than edit, I want a combination of insert and update. So I'll call it up for update and SERT for insert. So we'll create a new action called upsert, which will be responsible for both creating a product as well as updating a product. If it is updating, we will be passing the ID of the product that needs to be updated. We need to make sure that this action is also the same that is called when we create a product. So right here, we will call this upsert as well. We will remove the ASP controller since we'll be working in the same controller. So perfect. This looks good for our index view for product. And what I want to do is in the next video, let me change this to product first. And what I'll do is in the next video, I'll start working on the absurd get action method.